Hi folks, now it's another try at bees this year. I've been begged by the kids and the husband. I didn't want to, but I am now going to do it. So we went to pick up nukes last night, 2 of them. It is a bit late in the season as it's January at the moment, but I've decided a new outlook and a new start with a Langstroth hive. Now, Langstroth was originally designed in 1852 by Lorenzo Langstroth. It is designed for your comfort as a beekeeper, especially if you have a bad back like myself. It's basically a table in front of you and you can work with comfort. You also can put on just normal full depth boxes on top of it with a queen excluded in between so that the queen doesn't go up and do a new brood box. Of course, Langstroth actually is designed for a brood box start, but as I understand that there will be honey on the sides. Now, I've got my Langstroth from a company in New Zealand base, Seracal. Now, they come packaged like this. They ship it to you. And let's get it open. Now, when they come, they're not treated or painted at all. And I will discuss the paint you require to get it done. Now, when you unpackage it, you get your hive lid. As you can see, it's quite vertical and long. So it's a nice little table that you can stand and work at for comfort. So this is your lid. We'll just put it aside there. And then you get all your panels to build it, okay? And you get screws in it. And I'll just put that in a safe place so that it doesn't get lost. And ventilators that you put in, they stick on, or actually you drill them in. I'm using the high floor to put my pieces on and then paint. Reason for that, the high floor in back or front, doesn't matter, it's the same. But the one that's on top will be my outside for the high floor. As you can see, the high floor has beautiful ventilations in there so that the bees can breathe. We just need to get that little wooden stuff out there, but it will be working really well. Your first color coat here will be quite light and fainted, but once it dries, the color will pop out. To complete the painting, I might just move myself to a cooler spot. I just wanted to show you how everything looks in the really nice bright sunlight. And as you can see, I've just used one application here with a roller, and I can nearly paint the whole thing without reapplying the paint or back on the roller.
So I've drilled a few pilot holes. The reason for the pilot holes is when you use the wood screws that it doesn't split your planks.
This is my new hives. They're called Langstroths, and today my purpose to go into the hive is to test the Varroa count, because I have had them in these hives now for about 4 weeks, and put in some strips on week 2, and I'm going to see how they are going. Now, the method I'm using today would be a non-chemical one, which is used with I usually would use now something called a sugar test. They would need some ice and sugar with it, and a shaking bottle. Now, I just made my own shaking bottle. Looks like this, and these holes on the back, on the top, and you usually just catch like 300 bees and put it in here. Okay, I'm suited up, but I'm gonna put my veil on now and then my gloves, and we'll get started. Okay, let's let the bees know we're going in by giving them a gentle puff of smoke. Just gonna take this lid off to the ground. I'm working from the back. I don't want to be in the entrance. Reason for that, I actually am allergic to bees, and I had an anaphylactic shock and scare. I now have EpiPen. Before I go into the hive, I usually drink an antihistamine just to have that buffer in case something happens. I've got some ants in my hive. I will get rid of those now. Look at these beautiful bees. So I'm just going to sit them right here. There we go. I'm quite calm at the moment. You will see I've got my strips in here. Mostly I put them around the brood boxes. Just going to see if they have done anything for the 2 weeks. 4 weeks, I mean, sorry. I haven't filled these ones out yet. Nothing there. This hive is particularly very calmer than the other hive. Not sure why, it's probably just the temperament of the bee. Now they have started to fill out this one. You see the frame usually looks flat like that, but they started to build some wax there and preparing to put in honey. This side is much fuller. Now this is a beautiful frame here. I'm just going to put it here for the moment. This is a frame holder, very useful when you do inspections. Now what I want to do really is I want to get like 300 bees. Look, this is a much better example to you how they started filling it out to start honey. Now we need to be very careful that we don't have a queen on this. And I'm just curious to know what's going on here. That's them filling honey. Okay, I don't see any brood on here, so I can probably be safe to say there will not be. Oh, there's brood. If you look very closely there, you will see there are brood around that area, little bit white. That look like little worms. No, they've been busy, so I'm happy with that. Yep, there you can see it better. You see the little wormies there. Okay. Now I'm just going to scoop with my hands bees to get into this bottle. Okay, and now I've got my bees in there. I'm going to twirl them in the sugar. So they like the sugar. The Varroa Mites get irritated by it and they actually drop off. You do need about 300 bees in here, but my jar is not big enough for it. So I'm just going to let them sit a little bit. And you need something clear to show and see what's going on the bottom. Let's put these babies back. Thank you for coming out to play with me, babies. So this method doesn't kill them, doesn't hurt them. We are a pesticide-free farm, so we don't believe in chemicals, and therefore I'm using this method. I'll just open them up so that they can fly out. Now if we look in here, there are a few black spots. I'm quite happy with the result. It's not many of them. There's a few black spots here and there, which means they are Varroa, but they are under control at the moment. I might anyway just get more strips. I have to order them in and put them in, because you always have to be very vigilant with this Varroa mite. Okay, that one is done there. Just want to see and check their progress as well on this end. Now if there's any bee fanciers watching me and I'm doing it wrong, please don't criticize me, rather give me some advice. I will be more than happy to accept the advice. And yes, I have done a course. Oh, there's some beautiful honey here. Beautiful, beautiful honey. Hey babies. Oh, there's brood and honey in this frame. I just might come a little bit closer. Do you see the beautiful honey here on the top here? And then brood there. And they are busy working really hard, these little bees. Not too bad for the 4 weeks they've been here. And for the time of year, we are already in late February, going on to March. But it's been a good honey season, I heard from all the other bee farmers. So I doubt that I will have honey to harvest. But that's okay, because these little critters will need their honey for winter. And I'm more than happy to leave that with them. And my puff is out, which is okay. Here we go. Let's close them up. Okay, now that swarm there, it's not as calm as these guys. And I run out of my puff, but that's okay. We're going to make the best of it. Just going to pick up on my bottle. Come on guys, get out of here. You like it too much in here, hey? Yeah, I see that. I might just get all of that out before I get you out. And that's how you test Varroa in New Zealand. Or that's how I test it. There's other people with much more better equipment than me, but I don't have that, so I improvised and made a Kiwi Hana Varroa tester myself. See? I'm sweating. It's a bit hot in this suit. It does have ventilation, but it can get really warm, so it's okay. Let's see how these guys are going. I think these strips are doing its job. I have tried a different brand this year, so I'm quite happy. What I'm looking for is to make sure the queen is not on here, but these guys has done quite a lot more. Show you. Hive number 2, nice brood, a little bit of honey. They're doing really well, and that strip there is your Varroa strip. Should go on the brood. Oh, sorry, dang it. Should go on the brood hive for when the babies come out. They walk over it and they will get the treatment as well to not get infected by the horrible mite. Okay, looking for the queen. No queen. No queen. Beautiful filled out with. You guys see? It's beautiful, hey? I'm happy with their progress. Now, unlike other beekeepers, I don't like messing around with my bees too much. And I opened them up like this today, and I see there's good progress and they look healthy. I just leave them to it. Aside from being a pesticide-free farm, I also believe that nature will take its course, and these little critters for sure know what to do and how to do their job and why they're here. So I'm not going to bother with them for probably another 4 weeks. And these strips I can see is doing their job, so I'm happy. Go. Keep up the good work, my little critters. Now, that's me in the hive. You will notice I haven't tested the second hive for Varroa, simply because I was so stupid and wasn't prepared to have a second jar on hand and do the test. However, I will do it. Just won't be on camera, but it will be done. Thank you for watching today. I'll see you back in the hive maybe, if I decide to do another video. But this will probably be me. I'll show you when there's a harvest though. Then we will get on to that.